What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today, in the world of indie games, we're going to be checking back in on Knock on the Coffin Lid. And this is not normally something that I do. So, I do check back in on games, but they're games that I think show a lot of promise. With Knock on the Coffin Lid, if you watch my original video on this at the beginning of this year, I thought that the art style was great. I thought the sound design was really cool. I thought the itemization was very fun. But at the same time, there was just kind of this little hanging bit of paper that, the entire first character they released was basically a copy pasta of the Ironclad from Slay the Spire. So really what we had at the time was a game where the only playable character was copied from a different game, and then the entire game was kind of coated over with a layer of polish and veneer, which I will admit is quite good. The art in this game is absolutely fantastic. However, I found that very, very hard to rectify. I sat there with that upload for a long time wondering if I should upload it or not, because, the cards were verbatim Ironclad cards. Well, I've decided to check back in on the game because they've released their second character, and I was really, really hoping that this game would find a way to diversify itself from Slay the Spire, and it has through small things like the Roguelite advancement, the character trees, and the things that exist in kind of the metagame, the itemization. So, for example, if you've played Slay the Spire, you will know that relics are, the most important thing in the game. You build your deck small, 20 to 25 cards, and then you build it around your relics. In this game, you don't get relics. In this game, you get gear, like armor and boots and gloves and shields and swords, and those will add more cards to your deck. And they also have relic-like effects, meaning, so this game is kind of like Slay the Spire if you could only have, 5 relics at a time, which does actually change the game fairly mechanically a lot, because that gear is always swappable. It's almost like you can have as many relics as you want, but you can only equip 5 of them. Well, the second character has come out, and I like him a lot. I like him enough so, and I think he's different enough from what we've seen in Slay the Spire, from what we've seen in other card-related games like Monster Slayers, that I wanted to cover the game again and show it off, because I think it shows... I think it shows the game is trying to develop away from Slay the Spire in its own way. I just think they made the fundamental mistake of their first character really, really, really just being the Ironclad with a fresh coat of paint. If they had released the game with the character that they just released, I would have been all on board. And so anyways, we're going to dive on in. We're going to take a look at the new character because I think he's a lot of fun. He suits my playstyle. He's very much a character that I enjoy because he plays the way that I play card games, super aggressively. And so anyways, let's start off a new game. We've got to pick our characters over here. The third character, Venatus, has not been added yet. Percival is the guy that I was talking about, where pretty much all of his cards are the same as the Ironclad. As you get further on into the game, there are new cards that you will not find on the Ironclad and Slay the Spire. So he does, as he levels up and gets further and further in, probably about an hour into the game, his deck does get some cards that diversify him from the Ironclad a little bit, but by and large, most of his cards are more or less taken from Slay the Spire. Today, we're going to be playing Bjorn, because this is a departure for this game in that he's a completely new idea that I haven't seen really in any other game. Then again, I'm not a massive card guy, but I like him a lot. I honestly think that as I play this game a little bit more, he's going to be my main character that I focus on really, really heavily. So anyways, let's dive on in and we'll check out Bjorn. With Bjorn, we do get to pick some builds. You get to do this with Percival as well. As of yet, I haven't leveled up Percival enough to get his different loadouts. So it's possible that the perks that he gets from these other kind of builds would change him up from the Ironclad a little bit, but I haven't had time to verify it. Honestly, I kind of left Percival behind for the reason that he's kind of the same as the Ironclad. So anyways, we've got Turn Skin. That means at the beginning of the game, we get 3 Balm, which effectively means that at the beginning of our turn, we regenerate 3 health no matter what. We have Stray. So our Lichen form will give us Eternal Thirst instead of Scourge of a Lichen. Scourge of a Lichen, I actually have not played with this Balm build right here. I've played this one a bunch. Effectively, what this does is it turns a negative into a positive. I don't know what Scourge of the Lichen is because I haven't played him without this perk right here, but it turns Scourge of a Lichen into Eternal Thirst, which means the more damage you deal, effectively you get a running buff the longer you maintain your werewolf form that makes you deal just more and more and more damage so long as you balance your cards well enough and your plays well enough that you don't drop your Lichen form. And then this one over here, if your HP is lower than 50%, you can reduce the cost of your cards by 1. We draw an extra card at the start of our turn. If our HP is lower than 25, we reduce our cost by 2, and we get 2 extra cards at the start of the turn. So this is very powerful right here. This is super good. This one is very, very good. This one is kind of like what you see is what you get. You just have 3 regeneration every single turn. So it's too basic for me. I very much like these 2 ideas for building the character off of. We'll go with the one that I'm familiar with for right now. At the beginning of every single run, this is also a thing that's a little bit different. You can take a whole bunch of negative perks in order to pay for positive perks, almost like a roguelite character build. So, for example, we could make it so our enemies steal a card at the start of battle. And that 4 points would be enough to give us like reflex, which gives us block every time we take damage, or whenever we lose HP from attacks, we regenerate. So there are some cool things you can play around with right here. I'm just going to go default for right now, though. Alright, so here we are on the world map. As you can see, it's going to populate these paths. I would recommend this time you already knew what to expect so you could prepare a little. Alright, so we can get 3 random potions, we can get 3 strength and 3 agility in our first 3 battles. That means we deal 3 more damage and we get 3 more block from block cards. It's wasted on Bjorn because he doesn't have block cards. When I said Bjorn is like an aggressive playstyle, he's super aggressive. Like, he has no block whatsoever. You heal yourself through damage by dealing damage. And honestly, I find it to be really, really compelling. And frankly, it's one of the few reasons why I'm coming back to check the game out. So anyways, I'm going to increase my maximum HP by 10. That sounds like a pretty good boon, so we'll have 80 HP for right now. I would recommend taking a look at the map and figuring out where you want to go. There are going to be boss fights around, like mini-boss fights. They haven't been that difficult thus far. I've breezed through the first map and the second map pretty quickly on my plays with, you know... I mean, I've got a lot of experience in Slay the Spire and quite a bit of experience with Monster Train and Monster Slayers and other kind of like card games. I've been playing Magic the Gathering since I was like 10 years old. So like I understand deck building. I understand like what I need to be doing at any given moment in order to make things work. But anyways, take a look around. You want to be looking out for these treasure chests right here. Like I said, treasure chests are gear, and gear in this game is relics, and so you're kind of looking for those so that you can build up a nice stable of relics so that no matter what cards come down, you've got like 15, 20 pieces of gear in your backpack that you can kind of create a physical build that revolves around your deck. It looks like out this way we've got campfires and lots of healing. Looks like there's an item shop right there. I don't know what that is. I actually haven't seen that symbol, and I haven't investigated that symbol, and I'm curious about what it is. So I think I might go this way to find out. I need to go from right here. Yeah, I want to find out what that is. Let's go this way. Alright, so our first battle. We got to fight with a boar. The boar, it looks like he gets strength whenever you deal damage to him. This is going to be a very hurtful fight. The basic mechanics of how Bjorn works. His cards cost HP. Every single time you attack, you're going to lose health. I know what you're saying. You're like, whoa, that seems kind of broken. Like, isn't that going to kill me? No, it's not, because you have these special cards over here that give you fat bonuses when you're in your lycanthrope form. So really what you're trying to do, anytime you attack or take damage, this little meter is going to fill up. And when it fills up to the full, you're going to turn into a werewolf. Once you're a werewolf, your cards now cost fury, and they all pretty much cost like 1 fury. As long as you don't go with a full 5 cards in one turn, you will not drop your lycanthrope form. You'll be alright. But I think you also have to balance for enemy damage. I don't know. I've only done a couple of test plays on this guy. So let's just go all in. We're going to deal some damage to ourselves. He's going to deal some damage to us. This is going to be a hard fight because he's kind of like the counter to us. And we got him on our first fight. Lucky to be us, I guess. So we're going to get frontal attacked right there. And we did not get rage for that. Okay, so it doesn't work the way that I think it's going to work. However, we got regeneration from these 2 cards being drawn right here. These will to live cards. I fully expect you guys to like pause. And, you know, if you're missing what the cards are doing, feel free to pause and take a look at them. So anyways, we have bloodletting right now. I'm going to do that one because it's going to put bleeding on this guy. We have an instinctive card. I find this instinctive card to be, like, really, really good. And so anyways, it deals 9 damage, and then we get to pick from, like, a list of things that's going to happen off the instinctive list after we play it. And it's probably one of my favorite cards because of this card right here. You get 10 HP back after dealing 6 damage. This card right here is the MVP, and it's what keeps you alive. Don't ever doubt that. So we're going to play this right here because now that we're in werewolf form, it gives us regeneration. So we are now regenerating 4 HP per turn, which is really going to have a great mitigative effect on whatever damage this guy can deal to us. He's also got a bleed on him. He's going to be dealing a little bit more damage. Our fury is restored. I'm going to give myself a little bit more balm here. So there you go. We should be sitting on like 8 regeneration now. I'm going to hit him twice just to get some damage off. And then he's going to, like, hit us really, really hard. But it's okay. We're going to regenerate, like, half that back, so it's not that big of a deal. This guy is bleeding. I'm going to put another bleed on him. So there we go. And I'm going to finish him off right here with an HP restore. I don't know if it gave us the effect. I don't think it gave us the effect. So I guess we're still -9. This is one of the better cards on the Lycanthrope, in my opinion. Regeneration. If you upgrade this, you can restore 20 HP whenever you want. You can only do it once per battle. But I'm going to tell you what. That once per battle matters in the long term. I've probably, on my last run, I probably healed like 400, 500 HP with this card, and it just kept me in the game for a long, long time, so I'm going to take it. And then when we get to a campfire, I'm going to try to upgrade it. I came across an Elven camp and decided to take a break and came to the fire. I was taken in and fed, but I had to spend the whole evening chatting nicely with stupid Elven warriors. Inside, I was simmering with annoyance. I decided to have a proper sleep and take everybody out early in the morning. All right, we'll have a rest. I'm going to train. Like I said, this card is the MVP, and you want to upgrade it as soon as possible. That card is, oh yeah. So our guy, he's an Elven outcast, so he hates elves. If you're playing any other character, that event right there, you just like rest and go on your way. But because he hates elves, we rest and then we murder them in the morning. It's one of those little details that I kind of like. I'm going to hit him with that. I'm going to get him with the instinctive attack right there. Oh, he dodged it. I forgot. Elves have evasion. They dodge the first attack you throw their way on every turn. I totally forgot about that, so that was on me making a misplay right there. We've got 4 rage, so the next time we hit the enemy, we're going to turn into a lycanthrope. So that's cool. I don't know if we still get the rage even if we miss. It looks like we do, so we still get our rage even if we miss. The downside here is that we don't really have a whole lot to play with on this turn. So I'm going to stack up my regeneration real fast. I'm going to hit this guy for 6. I'm going to save this until we actually need it. Our deck is small enough that it's absolutely going to come up again during the course of this play by the time we finish this off. So why worry about it? We'll go with bloodletting right there. He's going to evade. I totally forgot about it again. I am just bad at video games. All right, and then we'll stop off right there. We're holding... Oh, never mind. I thought it dealt the 2 damage to the enemy, so that's actually a lot less interesting. This right here is dealing damage to me the longer I hold my form. Gotcha. All right, so we're going to take the 20 HP right there. We're going to go with the balm right there. We're going to go with the balm. They've got 2 evasions, so there's not really a whole lot that I can do here. I'm going to shear off one of his evasion. I need a big attack turn, otherwise we're not going to be able to get through his evasion. So there's 1 evade, there's 2 evade, and there's the kill. So that's going to eliminate a lot of the damage that we're going to be taking on any given turn. I'm going to start getting rid of his evade too, just a little bit early. We are starting to take a lot of damage from our lycanthrope form, so I think I'm going to drop it pretty soon. At value of 5, get mind breakdown. I'm kind of curious what that's going to do. But I'm going to drop it right here, because we've got a good turn in front of us. So there we go. We got rid of all of his evade. We put a bleed on him. We got some regeneration and some health back. What's he going to do? What is that right there? Oh, he's jeering at me. It's probably not the best. It's probably not the best use of his turn. We got to play that. He put that miss card in there. If we don't play it, it will stay in our deck. And it'll make it so that we get a debuff that makes our next attack miss. So anyways, just something to think about along the way. Let's go ahead and put some more bleeds on him. We got instinctive right there again, so I'm going to take survival instinct one more time. And I think we should be able to finish the job right here, no problem, before we take any more damage from our lycanthrope form. 30 gold off that fight, sounds good to me. We've got merciless ferocity, deal 5 damage 2 times. Oh no. I don't know. Ferocious. Return all ferocious cards from the discard pile to the draw pile. I don't know if I have any ferocious cards, so I don't think that's going to help out that much. That would be the first one right there. Now would be the time to make the call if we were planning on going like full ferocious with our deck. That way we could pull like a ton of cards. I assume it's going to be kind of similar to like a Shiv deck if you're playing as the Hidden or whatever in Slay the Spire. or as a, God, what was that ability called on the Ironclad where it costs 0 and it deals like 5 damage? It's not pummel, but I forget the name of it. But anyways, there's a build for the Ironclad that's kind of similar too. I'm going to skip these because I feel kind of okay. I'm going to try to keep my deck nice and thin. So elves still attack you. Not every elf can recognize an outcast, but my appearance arouses suspicions in many of them. And once they realize you're an outcast, they attack. An exiled Lycan has no right to return to the Elven lands under any pretext. The relationship between the elves is much more interesting than I thought. This two-faced society hides many dirty secrets from prying eyes. All right, we're making good progress. A man is lying on the ground in the forest. Blood is gushing out of his chest wound as a red pool spreads beneath him, and he was still alive. It catches my interest. All right, well, let's search him. We got cursed boots. So, increase your maximum HP by 5. When you get a curse, we get to draw an extra card. It also has set bonuses, so that's kind of interesting. However, it puts a corruption card into our deck. Okay. All right, I probably won't use those. I don't know, like the 5 HP, it's a cool trade-off, but I'm not really picking up a whole lot of curses right now. I still want to see what that icon, we're fighting a dwarf right now. All right, so what dwarves do. Dwarves will gain strength. They get stronger and deal more damage if you play 2 cards of the same type in a row. So you've got to kind of like play things out of the order that you would normally play them. Otherwise, you're going to get yourself into trouble. So, for example, we can do that right there. We can play that right there. We can play that right there. And we've kind of done the best we can with this turn. Like, it's going to kind of force us to play a little bit slower. Otherwise, we're going to buff this guy to Kingdom Come, and just, like, bad things are going to happen. Oh, I get the curse either way. Oh, well, I might as well put the boots on then. All right, I'll put the boots on after this fight. I thought that the card came with the boots when you put them on, but apparently it just got added to my deck all willy-nilly, so welcome to my life, I guess. You can have a strength right there because I need to turn into a Lycan. We have too many good cards in our hand right now. And I need to get some regen, so, like, get as mad as you want. Hit me for double damage if you want. That's fine. I understand. I'm an outcast. I know the feeling. My healing card's going to come up anyways, so, like, who cares? I'm going to smack you right there. Dude, this guy's going to get so much fury. This is going to be a big... I should probably stop right there before I make this a lot worse. I'm going to stop right there before I make this worse. He's going to hit me for, like, 24. You know, we're getting a lot of enemies right now that sort of, like... are a problem for us. I would like to restore 10 of my HP very much. Thank you. I'm going to play the bomb. Play that right there. Play regeneration. And then we're back to human form because I overdid it. But we can finish him off right here with the bleed. So it's fine. We came out of this actually in better shape than we went in. We're going to need to find a shop pretty soon too. What does Expose do? Expose, they take 50% more damage. Okay, so it's the same as Vulnerable. Gotcha. Alright, 7 damage, inflict 3 bleeding. Bleeds are nice. I do like bleeds a lot. Exposed feels like it goes in here better, though, so I'll go with that. We got an Elixir of Armor. Gives us 5 armor. Alright, throw that on in. You never know when you're going to need it, man. You never know when you're going to need it. We need to take this upward path so I can see what that icon is right there. I'm doing some hardcore science here on the internet for right now. Alright, so this is going to be a tough fight. We are going to struggle. I hate to tell you, but we're going to have a hard time here today. Both these guys get double damage if we play 2 of cards of the same type in a row. So... oh, they're getting strength, too. I should probably get the guy in the back, then. Alright, let me get the guy in the back. So we'll put that on him. We will deal that right there. That's not playable. I gotta get into Lycanthrope form, so I'm gonna let them double their damage. Like, I gotta get into Lycanthrope form, like, right now. We need to get, like, some serious damage going to the guy in the back before he overbuffs this dude's strength to just, yeah. I was gonna say, that's gonna happen every turn, isn't it? It's gonna happen every turn. So... put that over there for the 9. We'll play that right there for the extra regen. And we're just going to kind of have to play this slow. Very, very slow. And these dwarves out here, These dwarves out here. All right, so this guy is bleeding. So we're going to go with that right there. We're going to go survival instinct so that we get the 10 HP back. With this dude, I would like to put exposed on him. Yeah, absolutely. I need to shred off some of that armor. He's not attacking on this turn, so I don't care about his double damage. I don't care about it. Okay, now I care about his double damage. I overdid it and I dropped my form. It's not great. I would rather not drop my form. Fun fact about their double damage, it expires at the end of the turn, so don't panic too much about it. This is a turn where I could really, really hurt myself more than I want to if I keep going. And unless I can seal the deal and kill the guy, I just don't think it's worth it. I'm going to go with that right there. Oh, I should have put exposed on him first. It's okay. We got to alternate these anyways. It was a slight misplay, but it's not a misplay that's going to kill us. So we put that on him. We're going to play that over there, put some regen on us, and then we'll get that. Oh, I forgot to put on the boots too. Okay, I'll put on the boots after this. Luckily, I remembered at the end of the fight. All right, so we've got Cruelty Reigns. We can draw 3 random attacks. We have deal 6 damage, instinctive if the target is bleeding. That's such a good card that I can't resist the urge to add another one to my deck. So dwarves fell for Ingvar's death and started an invasion without delay. Sigismund was right. He counted on that. Apparently. A pointless war over a patch of land that'll weaken both. Those fools don't even know what they should actually fear. It's nice to talk to you, Bjorn. There's no need to explain anything to you. Alright, so we've got another campfire up here. We've got good HP, which means, hallelujah, we get to put more exposed on here. What's this going to do? Inflict 2 exposed on the enemy. I'm going to start upgrading my regen cards, I think. This one makes me put exposed on everybody, but I feel like the regen cards are really kind of like the foundation of our survival strategy, and they can be upgraded twice, which makes me think it's a good call. We've also got a store over here, which I'm really excited about. I forgot to put on the boots again. Ah! Splattercat, put on the boots. Put on the boots, Splatty. You're ruining the video right now. Put on the boots. You got to put on the boots out there, man. All right. I'm going to put exposed on this guy. Bang bong. Enjoy being exposed. I'm going to go with you're not bleeding, so that doesn't really help me altogether that much. Werewolf form. Doing werewolf stuff. Ooh, I got my upgraded card, too. Very nice. We'll go ahead and do the 14 damage right there. Yeah. Oh, no, dude. He's thieving from my prison pocket. Please stop. I don't want you to steal from my prison pocket. I need HP back, and I need HP back like today. Oh, he's not bleeding. I thought he was bleeding. For whatever reason, I'm usually pretty good at making sure that everybody is bled up, and this time around I have completely not done a good job. We're going to be okay. I just need my regen. I need my regeneration card to come back up. There we go. So there's 20 HP, looking pretty good. Put some exposed on this guy. Get some more balm so that we're negating his damage just with, like, regeneration. I can play this whole turn and not drop my form, so I'm not gonna. I should probably drop it soon, though. I should probably drop it pretty soon. It's getting up there. Once that gets up to, like, 4 or 5, it can get kind of risky. Here, have some more exposed. Enjoy. I would like to add more balm. Yes, 9 regeneration is good. This guy is not bleeding, so a lot of these cards are going to be wasted. I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna drop my form right there just to finish the fight. We've got a lot of money, so we should be able to buy something good when we get to the store. We've got Lick Your Wounds. We can either get 5 Scarring, which I don't know what that does, discard, and restore 1 HP when you take damage. So basically, it reduces damage by 1 5 times. Okay. Or we can use it to shapeshift whenever we want. I feel like having the ability to pull the trigger on my shapeshift whenever I want is a good thing to have, so I'm going to do that. Let's go ahead and we're going to trade over here. I'm not going to sell the booties. Although I guess we got new booties over here. What do those do? Every time a card is burned, draw 1. We do have cards that burn in our deck. Quite a few, so that would be nice to have. Unfortunately, the prices are a little bit high. I can't afford anything. I'd like to be able to pick up a new weapon or like a helmet or like something. But I'm going to make a baller play right here. And we're just going to keep the curse, and I'm going to put the helmet on. Getting items as early as you can in the game is usually a pretty good idea. Look at my little helmet right there. Look at my little helmet. It's just like, he looks so frail and thin. Anyways, I need to play this like right now. And I'm going to shapeshift. There we are. I'm going to attack. I'm going to bomb. I don't know if I should bomb. He's going to go up to 12 damage if I bomb again. I don't think it's worth it. So with the 5 bomb, he'll deal 12. I'll take 6 this way. We'll play it at another time when we've got a better opening. We also have 2 armor, which is nice from the helmet. So every single turn, we're getting 2 armor back. Same as having... I forget what it was called in Slay the Spire. Like I said, this game does borrow pretty liberally from Slay the Spire. Like, I can 100% understand when people raise an eyebrow. I, too, raised an eyebrow. But now with the release of the second character, I feel like the game has done a good enough job differentiating itself. Like, yes, the main character, Percival, is the Ironclad from Slay the Spire. And that, to me, is definitely eyebrow-raising. However, now that the second character is so much different from anything that I've seen in any other game, I guess. Maybe I just haven't played enough card games. You guys will have to tell me down in the description, I suppose, if I've missed something here. What is that? What does that do? Oh, only taunted enemies can be targeted. Gotcha. I don't have any bleeds or anything else to play around with. So we're going to deal some damage right there. We're going to get 2 more bomb. We're going to deal a bit more right there. And then I dropped my form on accident. That's okay. That's fine. Not that big of a deal. We're going to get that HP back that we just lost anyways. Oh no, dude. We've been shattered, which doesn't matter because we don't have block cards. Fair enough. Here, have fun bleeding. And then I'm going to put exposed on you just to diversify it a little bit. Kill you off so that I'm not taking any damage right there. I am going to regenerate real fast because I can't guarantee it's going to come up by the end of the turn or by the end of the combat, so I'd rather get the HP now than later. That puts us in a very sweet spot for like continuing to survive. This guy is not bleeding, so unfortunately not much that I can do with it. Oh, now I can. Nice. A little bit more. Ooh, 17 damage. Good lord. Okay. Actually, I should have let him double his damage. He's not attacking this turn. I'm making misplays right now, but just be assured that I'm kind of new to the character. I've only played 1 or 2 runs with him so far, and so there's going to be misplays. This is not for educational purposes. This is just for, well, I guess it kind of is in its own way. I've got a Dichotomous card right there. Well, let's play this first. We'll play the Dichotomous card. I'll take the 5 scarring. I will deal 11 more damage. No, I dropped it again. I gotta pay attention to my meter a little bit better and my costs. It's okay. Scarring will fix us. I'm gonna put exposed on you. And then we're gonna deal some damage right here. I'm just gonna finish you off because I don't really care about your buff. Alright. Let's see here. We've got Splash Out. Burn the top of the card. Draw the top card from the draw pile. It costs 0 for this turn. Okay. I do think that I need more bleed cards. So I'm going to go with Deep Cut right here. It seems like our strategy very much relies upon me getting bleeds out on the enemy. Please no helmet. 98 gold and some boots. So they do not provide any additional protection, but they do hide a dagger. So we've got a hidden dagger inside of our boots. Yeah, you can go ahead and equip them. We've been shoeless this entire time. I want to know what this is, but we need to kill a mini-boss so we can get better gear. What is it? Oh... I can ask to be purged. Oh, that's pretty sexy. Oh, but I can't get rid of the curse. That's what I wanted to get rid of. Okay, now I'm just disappointed with my life. All right, well, disappointments are a part of any experience here. We got Will to Live over here, dude. I'm gonna turn that into 4 bomb. Yes, just focus on these right here. If I can get all these Will to Lives up to +4 regeneration, we'll be regenerating upwards of like 16 HP per turn, which is gonna make us really hard to kill until like much later in the game. So there's our jab card. We can deal 7 damage. What does this guy do? Gains fury. Gains 1 fury for every fury gained. Oh, so he gets like... Okay. What does this guy do? Block does not disappear at the end of the turn. That could really become a problem over time. Go ahead and stab him, I guess. I don't have anything else to play. I don't want to take 16 damage either. Gross. Bad draw. I'm going to let him continue kind of like accumulating his block, and he can just sort of like, we'll sort him out later. I need to shapeshift, like, right now. That sounds fantastic. Yes, please. All right, so we have shapeshifted. I put a bleed on you. I put a bleed on you. He's going to get strength, though, as he gets more and more wounded. So, like, we're going to get scuffed a little bit in this fight, okay? We're going to get scuffed a little bit. I haven't played my regeneration yet, though, so we still have options. I have jab right there. We'll go ahead and throw that out. Get some more balm running. This guy's bleeding, so I'm going to get my 10 HP back. This guy does not have a bleed on him, but he's not attacking on this turn, so we can pretty much mag dump him. Wait, how did I... Oh, it costs 2. Damn! Okay, I'm going to figure this out. We're going to get the rotation. It's going to be okay. Let's see here. 2 exposed on the enemy? Sure, why not? Go ahead and do a jab right there to get him done. I can restore my HP, but I don't really see the point. He's not bleeding, so I can wait this out. I feel like time is on my side. Like, he's got these intermittent turns where he doesn't do anything, so I can full on, like, unload on him if I want to. Oh, never mind. We killed him on that turn. Nice. Okay. Wasn't expecting to kill him that fast. We can get another confusion, gain all the effects of the next dichotomous card. Oh, but we got to get that to come up in our hand at the same time as that other card, so we can shapeshift and get 5 scarring. Ooh. But it's going to have to come up in sequence, which is tough. Our deck is small enough right now that I feel like it will, but that won't always be the case. Alright, so from where I'm sitting, we got 8 damage going out. I don't really... It costs 6 HP to play that, huh? Alright, well, we're going to take this guy out first. And then we're going to try to get all the effects of our next dichotomous card. Hopefully it doesn't fall off. Oh, it doesn't, so you can play it whenever. That actually makes that a lot better. So there's our dichotomous card right there. There's our 5 scarring. I'm going to go with a jab right there. I can kill him, so I'll take 12. I'll take 16. All right. We're going to wait it out. I'll play regeneration when it comes up to. Regeneration's got to be in this little stack over here. There it is. Okay, so we're going to jab to kill you. Regenerate all our HP. Can't play a skill just yet. Put that right there. Go with that. And then that. We have next turn to deal even more damage. We'll be okay. We're not going to get the full use of our bombs, though. So, like, this is going to be a net loss for us as far as HP goes. Not due to misplays or anything else. Just due to, like, draws and whatnot. We got a little bit of HP back from that over there. We'll go ahead and hit him with that. Play that. And then we will finish the fight. It's a bummer that if you kill him, you don't get the plus 10 HP. I've noticed that. Inflict 2 weakness. I don't think that's actually a bad idea. Actually, more regeneration. I gotta go with more regeneration, dude. It's just too good. Like, are we gonna end up in a situation with these cards where, you know, maybe I have too many regeneration cards? Sure. But the nice thing about having too many regeneration cards is if they come up and you're already low on HP, you can just play them anyways. Some costume clown riding a pig challenged me to a fight. I like pork, and I don't mind dwarf meat either, so this half-wit came at just the right time. I needed a good meal before the long journey to the Crimson Steppes. Alright, we'll see what this guy does. I haven't fought this guy before. What does he do? Change of plans. Upon the boar's death, he gains a turn. When losing HP, gains strength. Yeah, this is going to get a little messy. This is going to get a little messy. And we got a bad draw on our first turn. Feels bad. Feels battery, but he doesn't have the dwarf buff, so that's nice. Oh, he gets a bunch of strength. Okay, this is going to be a very stingy fight. We're just going to have to accept that at face value. Luckily, he morphed us, so not a whole lot to go off of right there. We'll get our bomb. We'll get our bomb. This is free, so we'll smack him with that. Oh, I should have put exposed on him first. Dude, we're going through his HP pretty good right now. I think we should be able to outrun him. Hopefully we get our regenerates on our next turn, though. 22 damage right there. All right, so he's bleeding. We'll go with instinctive. If left in hand, gain shattered. What does that do? Can't gain block. Okay, that's fine. I just don't want to get weakness. Put a little bit more bleed on him. And then I'll drop the form because we should have our shapeshift coming up pretty soon. Our shapeshift hasn't come up yet. And so, like, it should come up. I will take the 20 HP, please. I'm just going to go all in on him. Okay, so he's like officially off of the pig now, but he's dealing a lot more damage. $48 damage. Oof. Okay, well, let's get the regen. I'm going to play that just to take the edge off. Play that to get the 5 scarring. 3 scarring. It looks like he's got... Oh my god. Okay, it looks like he's got these interim turns where he's not quite doing as much. Put a little bit of bleed on him. Put a little bit more bleed on him. Oh, dude, I think we're toast. Damn, that's a rough ability. Oh, he does have it now. Oh, that was a misplay then. He got the dwarvish ability when he jumped off of his pig. Alright, well, I killed myself. Never mind, that was my fault. This is Knock on the Coffin Lid. I don't normally do kind of recoveries on games that I was kind of like on the fence about the last time, because there is a lot of stuff in this game that's taken from Slay the Spire. But seeing as their next character is not like anything I've seen before, I decided to give it another shot. And I have been enjoying it. So take them that what you will. I've never inherently really liked the art style of Slay the Spire. I've always kind of found it sort of hideous to look at. So anyways, you know, I like the fact that this game has nicer graphics. So anyways, we got a couple of unlocks right there. We got some new cards. I'm playing on the beta branch, so when you're seeing this stuff missing right here, it's no fault of the games. This is not a released patch. This is the open beta branch that anybody that owns the game can play on. You just have to understand there's going to be assets missing, so don't worry about that. My name is Splattercat. I'll see y'all later. Thank you for being here. This is Knock on the Coffin Lid. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. By all means, let me know what you think about this one in the comments. I'm open to hearing your thoughts. Like, I am really curious if I'm way off base about critiquing this game so much off of Percival being kind of like a copy pasta of the Ironclad. Not in totality, but like I'd say like 80% of everything on Percival is identical to the Ironclad. So anyways, like I do think that that's worthy of critique. I really do think that is. I think they should go back and kind of diversify him a little bit, make him a little bit more different in the early game than the Ironclad. But I do like Bjorn a lot, and Bjorn plays to a style that I enjoy personally very, very much. And so anyways, don't normally do this kind of thing, but I did it this time. I'll see y'all next time. Take care.